Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid preview. This is the preview to Real Madrid against FC Barcelona. It is El Clásico. It is that time of the season again where the biggest game in football, the biggest game in Spain, the biggest game in La Liga take place. Um, Look, it's a very, very big game. Um, Barcelona 3 points clear of Real Madrid at the moment. Real Madrid are at home against, in form would be an understatement, but they are in form. They are playing some incredible football, and I don't know how, but Hansi Flick has just been able to transform this side into one of, if not the best team in Europe. And on the other hand, you look at Real Madrid, it's not worked out so far this season. It's not clicked yet. But when will that turning point be? And we've had already 10 La Liga games, 3 Champions League games to prove that. And we haven't really seen a game where we've gone, yeah, they are back. Real Madrid are back. Against Dortmund, in that second half, I would say it's been the best half of football we've seen this whole season. But that was because of Vinicius Junior and the players just individually clicking. You're trailing the game, you open up, and Dortmund make a very, very big mistake, which was subbing off Bino Gittens for Anton, and they threw away the game, they parked the bus, they played defensive, and they invited pressure. Against Barcelona, you might not even be 2-0 down at halftime. You could be 3-4-0 down, and they won't be letting you get the pressure. They won't be inviting the pressure. They will be playing tactically and smartly. So I think this is a really, really hard game, and I think that if you come away with a loss, you're not even surprised. You're just not. Now, let's talk about Barcelona, because, as I said, they've been in some very, very good form. Now, their last away trip was to Alaves, which they won, obviously. They lost away to Osasuna. They beat Villarreal away. They lost to Monaco away. They beat Girona away. And they beat Rayo Vallecano away. And Valencia away. So they've lost 2 games this season. And it's both been away games to Monaco and Osasuna. So it's highly unlikely that they'll lose, but anything is possible, of course. Now, Lamine Yamal, yeah. Talk about players, but he's not the only one. I'm looking at Rafinha. He's been on top form. Lewandowski, you have to credit the front three of Barcelona because they've been banging in goals. They've not been, winning games by scraping through, as we've seen with Real Madrid this season. Most games they've been dominating, and you have to acknowledge that. Dani Olmo has been a very, very good signing. I'm not sure if he's injured, but he should be okay. in terms of injuries, I think Araujo might be able to make it, might not. I think Ferran Torres, Christensen, Ter Stegen, and Eric Garcia might be out of this game. But yeah, Dani Olmo I think will be back. Gavi, Pedri, Paul Victor, Ansu Fati, Fermin, Frankie De Jong, obviously Araujo, Balde, Kunde, Inigo Martinez. Yeah. Now, I'm not sure if Chesney will start. Obviously, he's only just came back from retirement, so he's had to have that adjustment period. But that squad is still quality, and they have been performing, and they have been playing well. And of course, going into this game, I think every Real Madrid fan, including myself, I will say I am very concerned that we will come off it with a defeat. But I think that the level of optimism has to be there. And I do have a little bit of optimism. And I think when you build up the game hours before the game, I feel like the nerve will increase, but the optimism levels will certainly increase as well. And it's one of those things. It's a psychological thing. But look, this starting 11 I have looks very weird. And I don't think that, it will probably be this way. And it's probably not going to be this way. But my starting 11, look, Barcelona, the way they play has been a lot different, and it's gonna be hard to figure out exactly their game plan. So certainly, I think the starting 11 tomorrow will be tough to pick and tough to call for Ancelotti. Obviously not helped with Rodrygo and Thibaut Courtois out for a couple of weeks. They are out at least for El Clásico, that's for sure. Alaba, Dani Ceballos are still out. Obviously Carvajal as well. So there's that. But Brahim Diaz is back in the squad list. Now, in terms of is he fully back, as in back, probably he's not 100%, but he's probably 80-85%. That's why he's in the squad. And look, if he isn't back, your front line is Vinicius, Mbappe, Endrick, and Arda Güler. Yeah. So, if you want to construct the best front three with Brahim, it's Vini, Mbappe, Brahim. I can't see Endrick or Arda Güler starting this game. I just don't think they are at that level yet. So, because I don't see either of them starting, and I personally don't see Brahim starting yet in such a big game, that's why my starting 11 would look slightly different than I think most would go. But look, the back 5, pretty much the best you can do, pretty much what is going to be the back 5. Lunin comes in, he has to be the man, he has to come in clutch. The back 4, no funny business. Mendy, no Fran Garcia. Yeah. And look, if Mendy is gonna be up against Lamine Yamal or Rafinha, I trust Mendy to do the job. I don't think he will 100% win the battles, but I trust him more than I trust Fran Garcia in a defensive sense. And Lamine Yamal has said before that the hardest defender he's taken on is Mendy. So he might be facing Rafinha instead, but I still think that defensively you need a very rock solid defender in there. On the other flank, you're not gonna be able to quite get that because you don't have Carvajal. So you have to go with Lucas Vazquez. But look, he's a reliable player. He might even get you a couple of goal contributions, creating opportunities, leading attacks on the right hand side maybe. Because look, Balde is a good player, but Koundé will be harder to get past in terms of the defense. And then Rodrygo and Militao. Ahead of them, Tchouaméni, please. I think there was a reason why he didn't start against Dortmund and he only came on late, was to get him ready for this game. Next to him, it's probably going to be Bellingham and Valverde, but I have put Bellingham and Modric. Now look, I don't see Luka Modric starting this game because he doesn't have the legs. But if you can probably try to get in 4 men in the midfield with Valverde, would it be sensible? It might not be starting Modric. You might be betting off with Camavinga, right? At least you've got legs, but this is probably just a kind of guesswork, really. As I said, it's really, really hard to decide. Is he gonna go with Brahim and then drop Valverde in, or is he gonna go with Valverde as the attacking sense? But Bellingham might be the false 9/attacking midfielder as well. It could well be Vinicius, Mbappe, Bellingham as your attacking players, and Valverde, Tchouaméni, Camavinga as the defensive midfielders / box to box. So anything could happen. It's really hard to call, but that's what I've gone with. Obviously with Vinicius and Mbappe up front as well. I don't see this as the starting 11 fully. I think that my worry is one player, and I think that is Modric. I don't think he will start, but I've put him in there. But it doesn't mean I want to go with him, or I think he will start. I've just got that sort of dilemma, and I've just thought, you know what? Forget about thinking about who will play where. Just chuck in Modric. Straightforward, I think we will win this game. And that's, call me blind faith, call it delusion, call it, fantasy or whatever. This is Real Madrid. You have to back the team in our Clásico. 3-2 Real Madrid win, I think. But let me know what your thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the button instead. Subscribe to the channel on already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.